Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Azmeree and today I've created this South Asian bridal makeup look inspired makeup. If you guys would like to see how I'm doing it, please keep watching. Now I've already applied my moisturizer prior to my application of the foundation. For my foundation today, I'm going to be using my Kryolan paint stick in shade Chinese. This, as you can see, is very orangey. So what happens when you use a very orangey foundation is that it helps kind of cover up any sort of like hyperpigmented areas or dark circles. That way you don't have to put a orange concealer or anything like that. You can totally skip that layer and jump into the foundation right away. And don't worry, this is just the first layer. Now we're going to move into our highlight and contour, and for that we are going to use our FS46 also by Kryolan TV paint stick, and I'm just creating my usual highlighted zones areas. Once we blend these highlighted colors, which is actually, you can see it's a lot lighter than my previous foundation, it sort of kind of neutralizes that orange undertone and becomes more into your skin tone color. So that way you don't have to put orange concealer, but at the same time you're using less layer as compared to what you would have probably put if you are to put a orange concealer, then foundation, then highlight. You know what I mean? So now, as you can see, once I'm starting to blend all that in, you can see it's already blending into my skin tone. Once my blending of the highlighted zones are done, I'm just going to go over my highlighted zones again one more time with Maybelline Age Rewind in shade medium. This is to help brighten up the under eyes and the highlighted zones even more, because with Asian bridal makeup look, we definitely want a full coverage. At the same time, we want our eye makeup to sort of like stand out, so we definitely want more, you know, highlight and contour to look very sharp and defined, and that's the reason I went with a little bit more brighter shade for my under eyes and my highlighted zones one more time. Makeup by Azmeree. And now I know a lot of you guys must be thinking, oh my god, that's a lot of product for my highlighted zones, but don't worry, because too much product is not a bad thing. The bad thing is not having to blend it well into your skin. Alright, so moving on to my contour, I'm going to use my Jumbo Stick by Clinique Cosmetics in shade Ample Amber. It is, I believe, in number 27. But again, all the product details will be listed down below on the description box for you guys to have a look. The brush that I've used for this entire blending process is actually by Sigma Cosmetics. It is called the 3D HD Kabuki brush by Sigma. It has a beautiful like shape to it, so you can always like go right in between those like jaw lines and the sides of the nose to sort of blend those areas very nicely. And it is also very dense, so no matter what product you're using, I don't think I've used any beauty blender for this look, because this brush was actually very good. Like, it's very dense and it blends product really nicely without causing any sort of streaks on your face. Once the blending of all the cream products are done, it's time to set my under eyes and my highlighted zones with my favorite Nye Banana powder. This powder is so good, especially for South Asian brides or any bridal makeups, and also it's the best powder to set any sort of foundation. And the next one I like is also the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I think these two are my top favorite. Oh, and how did I forget? Kryolan translucent powder is also one of my best powders so far. Now for my contour, I'm using my Sculpting Duo by Makeupforever. This palette actually comes with a contouring side and a highlighted color. And I don't know if you have noticed, but I've used this product quite a lot in my other videos previously as well. Makeup by Azmeree. Once the contouring of my parameters of my face are complete, it's time to kind of dust away those powder that has been sitting underneath my eyes. I'm not going to use a multiple brush for that. I'm just using the same brush I'm using to contour to dust away all that highlighted powder that has been sitting on my underneath my eyes. Next, I'm going to take my Makeupforever pressed powder in number 127 and a big Kabuki brush. And this is actually the shade in my skin tone. So I'm using this powder to sort of blend all my highlighted and my contour zones together. So that way it looks like a transition color and your highlight is transitioning from your highlighted to your contour. And it doesn't look like a streak of two zones. For my nose contour, I'm using this brush by Inglot. This is a beautiful skinny brush, and again I'll link the brush number down below on the description box for you guys to have a look. And I'm using the same contour color from my Makeupforever palette to contour the sides of my nose. And using the same Kabuki brush, I'm blending it away. Now to set all that powder, I'm going to spray my face with Makeup Fix Plus by MAC Cosmetics. And next I'm using that same highlighter from the same Duo contouring palette by Makeupforever. And I'm just going over my higher points of my face. For my blush today, I'm using my MAC Mineralized blush in shade called Love Thing, and I'm using a stippling brush to sort of dust it in between my highlighted zones and my contour zone. Once the blush is done, it's time for eye makeup. For today's eye makeup, I'm using my TV paint stick in shade FS46 by Kryolan, and this is going to be acting as my base for my eyeshadow today. And once the cream product application is done, I'm going to set all the cream product using my translucent powder by Rimmel. Sorry, by Makeupforever. Why am I saying Rimmel? Makeupforever. The same powder that I've applied before in 127. Then I'm going to use that highlighting powder from the same highlighting and contour duo by Makeupforever, and I'm using that highlighted color underneath my brows, on my brow bone area, and on my inner corners. Next, using my favorite palette by Ofra Cosmetics, this is the color that I'm going to pick, which is in shade Orange, and I'm using an angular brush to sort of create a beautiful cut crease area. So when you're creating that cut crease line, make sure to look straight into the mirror and create the line where you can see the line. See, like as my eyes are open, you can still see the line, and that's exactly what I mean. Keep your eyes open and draw the line. Now using a brush by Sigma, I'm just kind of blending it out. Next, using this other brush by MAC Cosmetics, I'm carefully blending out the color, and at the same time I'm adding some more orange to my cut crease area. Makeup by Azmeree. Next, I'm taking this Primavera color for my lid, and I'm carefully drawing it so that I don't kind of sort of, outline the cut crease area. Next, I'm going to use this brown color from the same Ofra Cosmetics palette. And I'm taking this brush by Inglot Cosmetics, which is a really thin brush, and I'm going over my cut crease to darken it out even more. Next, I'm going to use my Magnificent Metals. I believe it's in shade Smoky Storm by Stila Cosmetics, and I'm just going over my lid space using a flat brush that I've got from Naked palette. Now don't worry about having outlines because I'm going to go over it. Now here I'm just creating that darker outline of that cut crease using my angular brush and that same brown color that I've previously applied from that Ofra Cosmetics palette. This actually helps define the cut crease even more. Now I'm going to underline my waterline using a black kohl pencil by Inglot. Next, it's time for my eyeliner. For that, I'm using my NYX Cosmetics liquid eyeliner in shade black. And I'm going to create a beautiful winged liner, and also I'm going to create a sharper inner corner using the same black liner. Next, I'm going to use that same Inglot brush, and I'm using that same brown color to sort of smudge my under eyes and also create a nice gradient. For my mascara today, I'm using my L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara that comes basically 2-in-1 with a primer and the mascara itself. I love this mascara, honestly. It's really nice. For my lashes today, I'm using Layla by Lily Lashes. And here I'm just going over my glue area because what happens when you use a white glue, it tends to show, so I'm just sort of covering it up using a black liner. For my lipstick today, I'm using Bloodline by Anastasia Beverly Hills, but what I'm going to do with it is basically using an angular brush, I'm creating an outline. Now I'm going to go over my inner parts of my lips with the shade called Carina by Stila Cosmetics, and here I'm just using an angular brush to sort of blend the two colors in. And that is it, guys. That basically wraps up the whole look for today's makeup look. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. Do let me know in the comment section how you like the makeup look, and also if you have any feedbacks. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe like always. And also follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and my Facebook at Makeup by Azmeree. Hope to see you next time on my next video. Till then, take care.